Hey, busy crafters, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are returning. My name is Jessica, and we have a wonderful gingerbread collaboration for you. That's right, Gingerbread Mania, and it's hosted by Shabby Meets Bling, as well as Jody at Southern Seasons, and Up All Night DIY. The links to their channels will be in the description box below, as well as the playlist, so be sure to go on over and give everybody some love. Now, on to project number 1. We're doing gingerbread, and I have to say, this one is my absolute favorite. So I got that gingerbread from my stash. I bought the actual gingerbread from Hobby Lobby a long time ago, and now we're going ahead and using it. So what I do is I paint the entire gingerbread with 2 coats of my apple barrel nutmeg brown. Now I had to do 2 coats because the first coat made it look like my oven was uneven. There was darker spots in some areas and lighter spots in other areas, and it just did not look like a very good cookie. So I go ahead and I paint the whole thing. I'm not going to make you watch me paint the whole thing with the brown, but a lot of people like to watch the paint, and this is sped up extremely. It sped up a lot. A lot. Because nobody can move that fast. Can you imagine if we can get stuff done if we move that fast? That'd be amazing. So for his cheek parts, I go ahead and paint them in ruby red chalk paint and Hello Hobby. So it's Hello Hobby, chalk paint, and ruby. And I do his cheeks as well as his scarf. Now with the scarf, we're going to do something a little bit different. And I don't know if I said it already, but this one turned out to be my absolute favorite. Love this one. Keeping it for myself. I will fight to the death. Because I do have people come in, oh, I like that. And I let them have it. Nope, not this one. This one is mine. I did this one because my kids have red hair. I have 3 boys. They all have red hair. Different shades of red, but they all have red hair. And they really embraced... Well, 2 of them really embraced the ginger part. Their nickname, my oldest one in high school, his nickname was Gingy. And now my youngest one in high school, his nickname is Gingy. And so my middle child says if you ever call me out of my name, never mind. He didn't get called that. So I go ahead and I paint the little icing around the feet and the arms, as well as I stripe his, what do you call it, the scarf. And then I paint him with orange hair. Now you're going to see why, because this is just the first part of this project. This isn't the full project. This is just the first part of the project. So my kids have pretty much orange hair. Different shades of it. It's gorgeous. They get a lot of compliments on it. But here I am taking my acrylic paint pens from Temu, and I just color in his eyes and his mouth, and then I put a little outline where his buttons are going to be. On his cheeks, I put 2 peppermint candies that I also got from Temu. And then those peppermint candies are different. I got those from Hobby Lobby, and they've been in my stash for a while, because when they went on sale, I bought a whole bunch of them. Now, this I've had in my stash since the spring, and I bought a whole bunch of them. Now I have none left, so I have to wait for spring to go on sale again to buy more. Highly recommend it. But then I just go ahead and take him and put 2 square blocks that I got from Amazon, but they're also been in my stash. So everything has been in my stash. I've just been crafting my stash these last few videos. I hot glue him down, and then make sure his head wasn't completely hot glued down, so I put a little bit more hot glue in there, and then hot glue down his head. He's off to the side because we are going to do a little saying, and yeah. So the middle of that is painted with Cashew and Waverly, and then of course white chalk paint, and then I did the stripes. So these are going into my kitchen, and I put welcome to the... It turned out cute. When my middle son seen it, he goes like, oh, put our initials at the bottom. So it's welcome to the drum roll. Yeah, I thought of this and it was so cute. The Ginger Zone. Welcome to the Ginger Zone. My kitchen is full of gingerbread. That's the theme of the kitchen. Each room has its own theme, and each room I make stuff for. My kitchen has kind of been neglected a little bit, but when I thought of this and painting him with his orange hair, it's cute. And my sons, they really like it. And my middle son, my middle son wanted me to put their initials at the bottom of it. I didn't do it, but this is good. This is going in the bay window in my kitchen. Welcome to the Ginger Zone. And then I go ahead and be like, it needed something else. And so I just go ahead and take little resin gingerbread men that I also got from Temu. And I place them around, and it needed something else. So then I put peppermint from Hobby Lobby. And I put that around. And when you see me, put them all down. So those peppermints, when they went on sale 2 years ago, because I had them for a while, when they went on sale, I bought a bunch of them. Now I'm down to my last pack, and now I need to wait for them to go on sale again to stock up. But they're ornaments, so I had to take the little, where you stick the string through, I had to take that little clippy thing off of it. And then I was still looking at it after I stopped filming, and then I was like, it really needs something else. So you'll see what I added to it, and it made it pop, it made it look good, and it finished the project really, really well. And yeah, so let me know what you think of this one. I think it's cute. It's my favorite one, and like I says, I will fight to the death for this one. This one is not being given away. This one is mine, because I just love it so much, and I did it for my boys. So right here, it's like, oh, look at finished product, but right here, I added the little candy canes from Temu as well, and I think that really set it off. So let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. I love it. I think it's absolutely cute, and the fact that my sons really enjoy it and love it makes me very happy. Yeah. It's so cute. I love it. I love it so much. I want to take a moment to thank every single one of my subscribers. You guys are actually the best in the world. Everybody knows that. They're jealous. But you guys are absolutely the best, and I appreciate every single one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for sticking around with me. Okay, so now on to project number 2. So this one, it's kind of an easy one. I went to the Dollar Tree a while ago, and I picked up those little houses. Now, they're battery operated, and you can light them up. They're not lit up because I was lazy, and I didn't want to unscrew them. But I painted every single one of them with, it seems like, 47 coats of my Apple Barrel Nutmeg Brown to get the actual right look. And then once they were painted and done, I go ahead and take puff paint, and I just go around the edges of it for the icing. And that is pretty much it. And I do make you guys look at, me putting it down there. Or putting all the icing on. This, because it was plastic, the acrylic paint really did not want to stick to it. So it did take, some of them took 3 coats. Some of them took about 4 or 5 coats. It just really depends on the coloring of each one. But I got them to where I needed them, and I had to, when I did the puff paint, I actually had to let it cure overnight. It's still very tacky when I went to go finish it, but it turned out really cute, and now I have a little gingerbread village for my kitchen with that amazing sign, as well as all the other gingerbread stuff that I made this year and last year, actually. So go ahead and let me know what you think. This one is really easy. It's just a little tiny bit time consuming because of how many times you have to paint and let the paint dry. And then there's times where I was like getting impatient, and so I was hitting it with my heat gun. But you can't really hit them too much with your heat gun because they are plastic and it will just be catastrophic. So yeah. And we are almost done. Maybe I shouldn't have kept all of this in here. I think you guys got the point. But I wanted to, because each one is different, I wanted to show, how we did each one. Considering the fact that it was like, hey, I painted them nutmeg brown, and that was about it. I didn't show you guys the painting or the gruelingness of it. But I didn't do the back of them because they're not going to, well, unless you're standing on the deck out back, then you can see the back of them. But yeah, I didn't do the back of them because when you're in the kitchen, you're not really going to see the back of them. And that is why we didn't do the back. Okay, so this one still had a little bit of wet paint on it. And so before I could even touch it, I did 2 videos before Thanksgiving. So I know this video is coming out after Thanksgiving. I do pray that you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving, had a lot of great memories with your family and friends, and just shared a bunch of love and gratefulness and thankfulness around the table. I know it's Saturday, but, hope you guys had a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving, a safe one. And, yeah. So we're almost done here, and I was afraid to touch it because it takes a while for puff paint to, get dry and actually set. So now I'm like, okay, now I gotta touch them. So it's a good thing I didn't do the back because it could have been catastrophic. So there's all of them so far. And then the next day when they were still a little tacky. It's because our weather kind of went down a little bit and we have fog and rain. But they're still a little tacky. So the house isn't as warm as it used to be. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. I know it's been done a long time, or a lot of times, but let me know. And let me know what you guys think about it and what you guys would do different, what you guys would do the same. So go ahead and follow me on all of my social medias. The links to them will be in the description box below, and there will be new product in Etsy soon. Okay, so here's on to project number 3. This one also turned out absolutely amazing. So I painted the inside of that giant square tray with cashew and, of course, white on the outside. I kind of wanted to match the other project, but we didn't do it completely. But I got that stencil. It was from Hot Cocoa Served Daily since 1867 or something like that. That's a really old company. Good for them. And I go ahead and just stencil and I stipple with my little sponge thing. Now, it did run. I don't know if it was because I used too much. This is the very first time that I'm actually using a stencil. And I got that stencil from Temu. And here I'm doing the red. So I did the brown with 2 coats. I did not make you do both coats. And I also did the red with 2 coats. And I think that is what made it bleed just a little bit. But it wasn't terribly bad. Another thing was that the paint, because it's chalk paint, there was a little tiny spot that was still wet. Even though I hit it with my air gun, it was thick and it was still wet and it kind of pulled up. So I got those from Hobby Lobby in the beginning of the year, I think April-ish, and they've been there ever since in my stash. They were 50% off, and I paid $4.99 for each of them with 50% off, so it wasn't bad at all, actually. And I'm now trying to figure out where exactly I want them, and then I'm eyeballing it, and then measuring it, and then eyeballing it, and measuring it, and then I just go ahead and decide that I'm just going to do the bottom and not worry about the top. If it looks good and it looks centered, then that's how I'm going to do it. I mark them with the screws in case they slip, and then I just put some screws in. Now, normally I will pre-drill screw holes just because I don't want the wood to crack, I don't want splintering, and I don't want, damage done to the product. Right there, I damaged it, but it's okay. We're okay, we're fine. And I just put those on the sides. And now I take those candy canes from Temu. They're kind of rubbery and they kind of remind me of an eraser. So that's the texture of them. They're very cool. And then I just take a couple gingerbread men also from Temu and I put them down. And then here's where I start measuring it again too, because sometimes I like things to be close to perfect. Nothing is ever perfect. And the only one who is perfect is Jesus. He's the only perfect one. And so, yeah, I measured them out just to try to get them close enough. They're probably off. And plus, I did, put a drill hole inside. It's a nick. It's not an actual hole. But when I slipped, I nicked the side of, or the inside of it. But it's okay. It's just a cute little tray. We're not going to put food on it, but, we can put, if we put like saran wrap down or something like that, maybe we could put like cookies or something on it. Probably not, though. Maybe. Who knows? It will have to be protected. The food will be. But I just go ahead and tack them down or hot glue them down. That's all I used in this video is hot glue, I think. Yeah. And then there's the end product of my very large hot cocoa tray, my Christmas tray. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And yeah. So you can see right there with extra marshmallows, there's a little bit of a, and then there's a little nick with the brown. So I might have to go back and just do that. Or I could just be like, hey, it's not perfect. I'm not perfect. This is my project. And it's cute. So here's the final reveal with everything that we made. I really love Welcome to the Ginger Zone. That is my favorite one. And the fact that my middle son was like, oh my gosh, that's dope. So when I get that's dope or that's sick, I know that they like it. So when he said that's dope, hey, put our initials at the bottom. I almost did, but they know who they are. They know who they are. And then there's the little gingerbread village because I'm not able to put my actual village out. I haven't been able to do it the last couple of years because it takes up an entire dining room table. And maybe I'll do it this year. I love the village. And then there's the hot cocoa tray. You can see where there's a little bit of, bleeding through and stuff like that, but it's not too bad. And the little things on the sides really make it, perfect. So again, I want to thank Shabby Meets Bling as well as Jody at Southern Seasons and Up All Night DIY for for hosting this playlist and having me on it. I appreciate you guys so much and thank you. And if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Come join the crazy and subscribe. You won't be disappointed. Again, thank you so much for clicking on this video, for watching this video, for watching this channel. If you haven't, please subscribe. It really helps me out and it's free to you. What's better than that? And again, thank you guys so much. And until I see you on the next one, God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.